EXOS token is a type of cryptocurrency. To understand it better, we need to understand what is cryptocurrency. In Unit 1.2 you will learn about the history of cryptocurrency, how it works and how can it be owned or traded. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency that uses cryptography for security purposes. The two most popular cryptocurrencies in the world today are Bitcoin and Ethereum. Cryptocurrency can operate independently from the central banking authorities and national borders because it relies on a blockchain ledger of transactions for verification. It can be traded anonymously online without any need for banks and intermediaries such as Western Union or PayPal.
The first cryptocurrency to come about was Bitcoin, which was created in 2009. However, its foundations were set back in 1993 when David Chaum wrote an article on cryptography in the journal, Communications of the ACM. In this article, Chaum proposes a cryptographic payment system that is decentralized and private. SZABO wrote about the idea of Bitcoin in 1998, referring to it as BitGold. In 1998, Wei Dai published his paper on B-money, which was another proposal for what would become Bitcoin. However, it was Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin in 2009, who created what we know as a cryptocurrency. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto published his paper on Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, which discussed how to create a decentralized digital cash system using a distributed public ledger, blockchain. After 2008, the number of cryptocurrencies increased as universities and research institutions began looking into the design, applications, and regulation of Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin white paper was originally published in 2008 by Satoshi Nakamoto. It introduces the idea of a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash which could be used to transfer value without requiring any intermediary financial institution or banking middleman. The paper discusses how transactions would be verified and why there is no need for a trusted third party. This was one of the first public discussions of what would eventually become Bitcoin. The paper describes an algorithm for a process known as mining, which is used to confirm transactions and create new blocks in the blockchain, a type of shared database. The mining process requires computing power from computers connected over the internet, with each computer processing information about transactions and security in a set order. Blockchains are secure by design, meaning that all data recorded on the chain is mathematically encrypted and cannot be tampered with or changed retroactively without alteration of all subsequent blocks and transactions within the chain. They can only be updated through consensus, agreement, between participants in the system, making sure that the data stored on a blockchain remains as true and accurate. The paper goes on to describe how Bitcoin transactions are processed by miners, verified in each new block that is added to the chain through complex mathematical operations, mining. Miners compete with one another for their mined blocks of Bitcoin transactions. The value of the mined block is proportional to the amount of computing power they contributed. Its value can range from a few dollars to several thousand.
Ethereum is a blockchain-based distributed computing platform with the goal of establishing an open, censorship-resistant foundation for decentralized applications. Ethereum was proposed in 2013 by Vitalik Buterin and launched in 2015. The difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is that Ethereum is built to be a platform for smart contracts. The initial version of the software had smart contract functionality written directly into it. There are thousands of decentralized applications, dApps, built over the Ethereum blockchain. The ERC-20 protocol of Ethereum was proposed in 2015. The purpose of this protocol is to ensure the interoperability between tokens on different Ethereum blockchain networks that implement it. Ethereum has been used for ICOs, initial coin offerings, by many startups and project teams because they do not need to create their own technology from scratch to develop their cryptocurrency. Decentralizing applications means that they are made up of a network of computers, instead of being controlled by one central computer. A decentralized application is often also called a dApp, or sometimes just dApps, which stands for decentralized applications. The benefit to using these types of applications is that there can be no single point of failure, which makes them more reliable and secure. The most notable advantage is that they are not controlled by a centralized company or government entity, but rather the community as a whole. This means decisions for how to update the network cannot be made arbitrarily without consent from all members of the community. This is in contrast to traditional applications which are hosted on a central server and can be taken down by the creators of that application if they want to stop running it.
Let us now see how these cryptocurrencies work. A cryptocurrency is a peer-to-peer network of transactions and balances. Transactions are signed, encrypted, by the sender, then transmitted to all peers in the same group or block until they reach an agreement on which version of history to keep. This security relies on cryptography, including public key encryption with private keys that can be kept secret so no one but the owner knows them. The coins don't exist as physical things, instead they're just records of money transferred between two digital wallets over encrypted connections. Unlike fiat money, currency issued and maintained by governments, cryptocurrencies aren't backed up with anything tangible like gold or silver. The value of a cryptocurrency is calculated based on how many people are willing to buy it, and at what price. A cryptocurrency wallet is not just an account that holds funds, but also contains a private keys and public address, S. Cryptocurrency wallets are either hot or cold storage, which provides owners with different levels of access to their digital assets based on whether they're connected. Hot storage or hot wallet is a digital currency account that stores private keys on the user's computer and public addresses are available to see. While a cold storage cryptocurrency wallet provides owners with access by using their private key without exposing funds or data which resides online.
A cryptocurrency exchange is an online marketplace where people can trade cryptocurrencies for other assets or both buy and sell them outright. The most well-known example of these in use today is probably Coinbase, which allows its users not only to store their bitcoins but also to trade them on its online platform. Let us now understand the crypto in the cryptocurrency. Cryptography is the art of transforming readable data into an unreadable sequence of symbols. This ensures that only those who possess knowledge about a specific key can convert them back to their original form, thereby providing confidentiality and integrity for digital communication. In cryptocurrencies, we use cryptography for two purposes. First, it guarantees accuracy and authentication. Second, it ensures the confidentiality of transactional data. Symmetric encryption is when the key to encrypt and decrypt something is shared between sender and receiver. The most common type of symmetric encryption is AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, that uses a key of 128 bits in length. Asymmetric encryption, also called public key cryptography or PKC, is when the sender and recipient each have a private and public key pair. The sender encrypts with their exclusive private key while recipients decrypt with their shared common public key. This is the type of encryption that allows for secure communication over an insecure channel without any third party. You have used this type of encryption if you have worked with RSA tokens earlier. Public key cryptography is a digital representation of the asymmetric key algorithm, and is often referred to as public key cryptography because it utilizes two keys. The private key, which remains with one individual or organization. The other part is called the public key that can be given to anyone without risking privacy loss. The cryptographic algorithms are used to generate a public and private key pair, which is also known as the digital signature algorithm. The mathematical calculations that make up the signatures ensure that it cannot be replicated or forged without access to both sets of keys, one in possession of the sender and another by recipient.
The various types of crypto assets can be classified based on their technical structure and functionality. There are three main types of tokens: security, utility, and app coins. Security tokens represent ownership in an asset or company. Utility tokens offer access to a product that the issuer is developing but has not yet released. App coins are used on specific blockchain platforms, such as Ethereum, to power smart contracts or other applications.
Security tokens are tokens that have invested money in a company or project. This token usually has the intention of earning dividends over time as they provide access to shares and ownership rights on that platform. It is the domain of traditional investment bankers, which is now available for everyone. Security tokens are also called equity tokens and provide ownership rights to an underlying asset. For example, if you buy into a company's security token offering, STO, that would mean you own some shares in the firm's assets or profits. Utility tokens are used to fuel a specific company or project. They can be likened to the tokens you might use at an amusement park for rides, food, and drinks. In other words, they have value only when said company is in operation. Most utility tokens work as investment contracts that offer buyers some rights over future projects of the issuing firm. App tokens are similar to utility tokens in that they provide a user with access to an application. However, unlike utility tokens, app token holders have no rights over the underlying company or project.
The EXO token falls under the category of utility tokens, meaning it offers access to a product and services that do not yet exist. In this case, the services and consulting provided by consultants on the EXO platform. Also, protocol tokens are tokens that are built on a specific blockchain or protocol. For example, wrapped tokens like stablecoins, which are coins that have been tied to a dollar amount and then sold on an exchange, can be considered protocol tokens. Protocol tokens fall under the category of utility or security. They provide access to products like Bitcoin but do not necessarily offer any other type of services.
Congratulations! With this, we have come to the end of Unit 1.2. In this unit you learned about the history of cryptocurrency, how it works and how can it be owned or traded.